hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Deceiver man, let you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Kifero, let you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Le 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 yeah. Oh, bon counté. Now listen to me, my people. Listen to me. Let me tell you the story about a greedy hunter. Hey, he passing on a royal line to the people. Yeah, the people told you are wicked. We never believe it. Now you are proving yourself. Give the people chance, greedy hunter. Right now, if you rock your way, in the middle of the night, I had a dream. Then I saw Boncante crying. Go and tell my people, I'm crying. Because the leader fighting each other. I'm crying so much. Then I wake up in the middle of the night. Then I call my beautiful wife. I say, come for Colette. I had a dream, baby. I saw Boncante crying, say, the leader fighting each other. Then I call my little son. I said, Jenny, don't suck it. Do not be like the greedy hunter or a Ryan. Don't be like a good boy. Greedy hunter, Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Bontaya with you, greedy hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Everyone tired with you, hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Kifero let you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Now passing around here showing that they got money. They lying, they are all wicked people. Wicked people, be careful. Now listen to the story. Listen to the story. Hey, well. Keoche, 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 so Keoche. He passing around here boasting everywhere. He's a political sucker. Don't mind him. He's a political sucker. We know you're lying around here to the people. Oh yeah. There's your May 2011. They all left from Boncante. Yeah. They went to the parliament to represent Boncante, my people. When they came back on the 17th, many of them fall. Yeah, my people. Those that suffer, when they went by in the house, he told his friend, he said, can you please help me to become the normal salesman of Liberia, so that I can bring development? They all stood by him, and he got a job. He was showing one of his friends, oh, a Ryan. This is my friend. He's a very nice man. He's a wealthy man. Let us give him the chain for the second time, so he can leave Boncante to the Senate. When you show him man all around, now know you want to see me. Amen. In the 3rd time, that same man he was showing. my people. Listen to me. Let me tell you the story about a greedy hunter. Hey! He passed the royal line to the people. Yeah. The people told you are wicked, we never believe it. Now you are proving yourself. Give the people chance, greedy hunter. Right now, if you rock your way, in the middle of the night, I had a dream. Then I saw Boncante crying. Go and tell my people, I'm crying. Because the leader for each other. I'm crying so much. Then I wake up in the middle of the night. Then I call my beautiful wife. I say, come for Colette. I had a dream, baby. I saw Bongate crying, say, the leader for each other. Then I call my little son. I said, Jenny, don't suck it. Do not be like the greedy hunter or a riot. Don't be a good boy. Greedy hunter, get your chain. We don't want you greedy hunter. Bone tire with you greedy hunter. Get your chain. We don't want you greedy hunter. Everyone tire with you hunter. Get your chain. We don't want you greedy hunter. Keep a roll and you greedy hunter. Get your chain. We don't want you greedy hunter. They got money, they lying, they are all wicked people. Wicked people, be careful. Now listen to the story. Listen to the story. Hey, well. Get your jeans, get your jeans, get your jeans, get your jeans, get your jeans. So get your jeans. He passing around, you're posting everywhere. He's a political sucker. Don't mind him. He's a political sucker. We know you're lying around here to the people. Oh yeah. This year, May 2011, they all left from Bon County. Yeah. They went to the parliament to represent Bon County. When they came back on the 17th, many of them fall. Yeah. Those that suffer, when they went by in the house, he told his friend, he said, can you please help me to become the normal salesman of Liberia, so that I can bring development? They all stood by him, he got a job. He was showing one of his friends, oh, a riot. This is my friend. He's a very nice man. He's a wealthy man.
Welcome to Spoon TV Live.
Thank you very much.
Tell us your name.
My name is Mohammed Soli.
Okay. Mohammed, tell us, why are you guys here this morning?
We have been testing champion like Legis. Legis are doing everything to omit our name for the training, for the process.
Okay.
Legis said the criteria that qualified you was to apply, which we did, we all. After applying, the next thing was we sat for the attitude test, and we were qualified, and then they trained us. After training us, and we understood that the legislatures has extended the time, only waiting to see how best we can complete our training. To our greater dismay, yesterday, Legis came up with a listing, which they omitted every one of us names. We have about 256 persons that sat for this training.
Okay.
Every one of us was omitted for it.
For Montserrat County?
No, for our center.
Oh, for the center.
Church.
Okay. All right. So, what was the requirement, after the training? Was there any criteria like maybe after the training you take tests, and those who will pass the test, they are the ones who will be considered or shortlisted to be enumerated? Was there any requirement or criteria like that?
The only requirement was there to train supervisor. Right? If you go into the manual, it will tell you directly what all required. And we all went through the processes and we completed the process. And only to know that they went and took their own people's name and placed it there. One person that did that is the Deputy Director General for Administration, Mr. Lawrence, who's here. George. Because he came here, insulted our parents. He insulted our parents publicly, and we decided to react to that issue because we wanted to be civil and honor goals, our training, and be part of history making.
So some of the names that you guys are seeing on the final listing, are those names that participated with you guys during the training?
Especially our training center.
Let me just make something clear, Bama. Let me just come in. Thank you very much for the school family. We are being civil because we respect the rules of law. If we are not civil this morning, there will be no car flying in the street this morning. Because what Raymond Smith, the acting director general, alleges and his official did to the Liberian people, the young people, it is very much disheartening, and we are saying this for the president. We're not even talking about any minister, for the president to intervene. From now to 2 o'clock, if they can address the issue at first birthday, we take a specified action that will make Moreover to go ungovernable. Let me tell you what went on. When Legends came out with a whole censor thing, they said that we should take an aptitude test, which of course everybody here sat for the test. And at our center, there were 198 persons that passed the test. They put their name on the board, but because of their own delinquency, their own mismanagement alleges, the center at SKD and one sentence file, they never administered tests there. They told the people to join us here. When a group key they joined us, our number went to 256. The 256, they had two centers. Center 1 and Center 2. We went through the training, or intensive 5 days training. That we sat for in the morning from 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock without getting on water.
Absolutely no food.
We went through the test, and the facilitator told us that right after the test, right after the training, we're going to get our workshop fee, our setting fee. FN by the acting director general going, okay, FN, telling the Liberian people that they apportion $5 a day for each numerator for setting fee. And right after the test, we were going to pay that money. Up to now, we are not receiving that. These people you are seeing us, they are from far out. While they did, the first name they brought up, if you apply to take a test in Josephville, they will put your need to 175 or 5 birthday. Tell me, my brother, paying your way from Josephville to come here for good 7 days without feeding you. We went through that stress, we took the test, and the only thing we were waiting for them to train the supervisor today. Waiting for censor now for the numerators to start their work on the 7th of November. To our utmost surprise, we have evidence. There are people in the face there. There was a girl that confided in me just that morning. I told her, I said, but we came for training. I never saw you around here. Everybody that came for the training, I'm familiar with them. What are you doing here? She said, oh, Women Smith told me I should come to 5 days. Because the women need will come up. So it's a calculator.
Have you people been able to engage with the Legislative Authority, the Women Smith that you're talking about? Have you engaged with him? And what has he said?
We don't have chat with any Women Smith. Those that we have dealing with is the facilitator. After this morning, they have not appeared to the center. And we are waiting here. I'm telling you.
So, please, can I come in, please? What information were you given before you came here this morning? Were you called to come here this morning?
The information we got was on the first we're going to do a competency test.
Okay.
To refresh you before the process starts. But when we came here, in fact, from day before yesterday, when we start looking on Legend website, ask everybody here, 256. You can't find one person that is leaking from the center. How could that be possible? How could that be possible? Legend issue also. If you're not legend, if you're not legend, put out about legend, you will not have a problem. Everybody here have a problem.
Okay, please. There is a supervisor for this particular center here. I know. Have you been able to speak to the supervisor? If you have, what is he telling you?
As we speak, we can't get hold of him. And from my understanding, the supervisor, they are also on strike because they promised to pay them the facilitator. They have not paid them up to now. So it's not our business. They are legit staff. But we that were contracted by legit. If you want for us to work with you again, it's an agreement. If we will break the contract, pay our safety fee.
So you said contract. Did you sign contract with Legis?
I signed a contract today.
But you said then you did not sign it.
The manual tell you, if you read through the manual, once you have the manual and go through the if you sign it, that means you are being selected by legend to work. Atifa, we must spend and argue this.
So at this point, what are you guys really looking forward to?
As I said, we are sober, we respect the rule of law, but when you push the man to the wall, you will bounce back. We get legends, William Smith and his staff. We give them from 9 to 2 o'clock. If they can't come here, if they can't send anybody here to address our issue, we take specified action. And no action will lead to citizen being embarrassed to move on the road. Very clear about it.
I just want to say something short. In so doing, even though my previous has said it all, but then we'll tell them that legends will not conduct
law. Nobody followed the rule of
So why was WEAH technical director of the Lone Star under Taylor? He was supporting a lawless administration, or he just has no values?
No, let's talk about the government.
He was technical director.
Let's talk about the government.
Let's talk about you making $20,000 sitting in America. You don't even do any work at any ministry. You make $20,000. We have the transfer papers. What about that? Is that consistent with the rule of law? Which part of the PFM law are we reading from that they're paying you $20,000 on a monthly basis? How do you feel when you hear people crying about hunger in Monrovia when you are making $20,000 that you don't work a day in your life for?
Okay.
So you want to talk to me about rule of law? You're so far away. You and rule of law, you're going in separate directions.
No, let's talk about
the loudest person in the room is not necessarily the smartest.
Back off, man.
No, man, you back off. You little kid. Who are you to be telling people to back off?
I have a question for
explain Akaras? No, you can't even explain your own explaining. You can't even tell the difference between policies. No, let Akara tell the difference between policies, laws, rules, and implementation. He doesn't even know. He just sitting down to say We, the thieves in the house, we are the only one who make laws to empower ourselves. You know, a thief like you who got married in Paris, you're not going to overwhelm us with your consciousness. It's your own guilt that is allowing you to overtalk. It's a statutory body that have the right to put policies in place, like the attorney is telling you. You'll be a lot smarter.
Edwin Snow, the issue is about when the former vice president lost his mother-in-law, peace to her ashes. George Weah, through Edwin Snow, sent a $2,500 contribution to the former vice president. The former vice president never requested any money. It was unsolicited. Edwin Snow took the $2,500 to the former vice president. As a matter of courtesy for the president, the former vice president accepted the $2,500. I arrived in Liberia on that historic day on December 19th, and Edwin Snow was correct when he said that Costa was doing a protest. When I arrived on December 19th and we shut down the whole city, the next day on December 20th, George Weah took to ELBC to do an interview in which George Weah was angry. And Edwin Snow again was correct when he said George Weah was angry with the former vice president because the former vice president did indeed support our democratic right to protest. That's when George Weah went on a tirade and began to explain how when the mother-in-law died, I saved money, I did I want. So when he had said that on ELBC, the country was outraged that the sitting president of the country would be talking like a small child. Oh, I fed him, or I gave money when your mother-in-law died. So the former vice president got enraged, and he responded because we asked him to respond to that. In my reaction, I raised $2,500 on the show, and I called the former vice president and said, this money that George Weah sent to you through Edwin Snow, which you did not request for, we, your supporters, want you to return this money to George Weah through the bearer of the money. The former vice president called Mr. Edwin Snow. Snow told the former vice president that he was in Abuja or someplace on an ECOWAS assignment, and when he returns to the country, he would go and see the former vice president, Joe Boakai. He did not do it. The former vice president called Mr. Snow several times. Mr. Snow did not respond. Then I reached out to Mr. Snow. I said, Mr. Snow, you brought this money. We want you to please receive this money and return this money. He laughed. He said, my man, I didn't take money. I didn't bring money to you. You and my saying got no money to. I said, no, but the former vice president asking you to take the money back. You don't want to take the money back. And we are his supporters. We raised this money to give it back because we are traditional people. When you do something for somebody, you don't go to the public, especially when the person did not ask you for it. You don't go and talk about it. Edwin Snow told me he himself was embarrassed by what the president did. He told me that. He said he was embarrassed. That is the reason why he was not responding to former Vice President Boakai's phone calls. So then I said, you know what? I asked my people to take the money to the former Vice President because I was back in the States. Edwin Snow did not go to receive the money. To date, the money is still waiting. If Edwin Snow goes for that money today, we'll give it to him to carry it back to George Weah. Snow has not gone for that money. The message that the former vice president sent him, Snow sent me that message. The former vice president sent me that message also. The former vice president told him that you embarrassed me. You brought this disgrace to me. I never asked you for money. That was the context. He now explained the context. The man now threatening his life. Joe Barker used to like Edwin Snow. He used to call him my nephew. Edwin Snow is trying to find a frivolous excuse as to why he left the Joe Barker camp. Edwin Snow never stays in a camp that is not in power. He always finds a camp that is in power to be in power or close to power. That's not why he left. Let's not be fair. Snow left because Joe Barker did not win the election, period. When Joe Barker wins in 2023, Snow will try to find a way to come back, but people like us will ensure that he does not come back around. So the issue of the matter is, Stanton, I know about this whole situation, about those text messages, because Snow knows he and I talk about those things, and we have the $2,500, and Snow should take that money and carry it back to George Weah. Joe Barker did not threaten Edwin Snow's life. Joe Barker was very, very, very pissed off that Edwin Snow brought the money And when WEAH went on radio and tried to embarrass the former vice president, he wanted the money returned, and Edwin Snow refused to receive the money and take it back. You brought me money that I did not ask for. I'm asking you to return the money. My supporters are asking you to return the money. You refuse to come for the money. So, Stanton, I want you to ask Edwin Snow, why didn't he go to receive the $2,500 from Ambassador Boakai and return it to George WEAH? I want you to ask him that question.
Okay. Costa, we want to say thank you. Edwin Snow heard your question. You can just pause a little bit. We have to go to Edwin Snow. You have confirmed the text messages was actually from Jose Yimabwaka to Edwin Snow. Let me ask you, why did you include Madam Salif's name in a Facebook message to Edwin Snow? Costa is off.
Yeah.
All right. Edwin Snow.
Going back on, because that's a better line. So put Costa back on. Let me say why he called it, why he referred to Madam Salif now as God. Put him back on. Let him finish. Then when you finish, Clinton, I demand that you play the recording I just forwarded to you. Don't tell me to send no James. I don't have James' contact. I got your contact. You play.
Yeah, but you gotta listen now. No, listen. When he's on my phone, I cannot forward it to James. Okay. So I'm
okay. I don't have James' contact.
I'm using one number here. Just hold on. Costa is calling back. Hold on. Pedro, you guys gonna take us to 1 a.m. in the morning, but it's good. Talk to us. The question was, why did you include Madam Salif in a post concerning Senator Snow?
Because I heard Senator Snow say, and he kept trying to make it a point, that the fact that Ellen did not support Joe Boakai means that there's something wrong with Joe Boakai. Whereas Edwin Snow knows exactly why Ellen did not support Joe Boakai, knows the truth, but he's playing the fool. And he's not a fool. Now, I'm not a fan of Edwin Snow, but this much I will tell you. Edwin Snow knows the politics of the day. And he knows very, very well. For him to sit there and make it look like, and the reason Ellen did not support Joe is because it has something to do with Joe. Ellen did not support Joe because Ellen knows that she and Joe did not steal the Liberian people's money together, and that she felt that Joe would not protect her. She went all over the place telling everybody Joe was not giving her assurances that he would protect her, and Joe kept telling her, but Ellen, what did you do that you need protection? And why did she support George WEAH? George WEAH went all over the country telling people that I will protect the president or the former president. Now, Edwin Snow is trying to make people think that his support and Ellen's support, without their support, oh, Joe Boakai cannot be president. That was what I was telling. Go tell you and your God, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that unless Ellen is God, which she is not, we will win the presidency in 2023. And you, Edwin Snow, my dear good friend, you will be right there. You will be well and alive, and nobody will do you any harm. You know Joseph Boakai could not do you any harm. You know Joseph Boakai cannot kill a fly. And for you to try to make it look like your life is at risk, Edwin, come on, man, stop playing that game. Joseph Boakai will never harm you, never. So don't.
Edwin Snow, Costa is listening to you. Edwin, Costa is listening to you.
My response to Costa is for you to play what I say in Stanton. Play what I say. That's my only response I have.
So Joe Boakai did not condemn tribalism because Joe Boakai is a sadistic, unrepentant, unapologetic, tribalistic old man. That is what Joe Boakai is, and that is the only thing Joe Boakai knows how to do because he exploits tribalism. So, well, I say,
Don't say you are 2017 first round election rhetoric.
Exactly.
Does Edwin Snow want me to send him recordings of listen to me, Stanton? Edwin Mervyn Snow, who said some of the nastiest things about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that he worships today. I exposed Edwin Snow in 2012. He, Alex Tyler, James Barney, and Emmanuel Nukwe, when they brought the chairman of Gazprom, the Russia state-owned gas company, and he, Edwin Snow, was representing the company. I exposed him, and he came up publicly and confessed to the nation that Ellen didn't want him to own his own private jet, that he brought his investor, and Ellen left him in a Palawa hut. Ellen was something that they own the country, and blah, blah, blah. The same Edwin Snow that called Ellen, that called Rab Salif an enemy of the country. The same Edwin Snow that said Ellen was a demon. It's the same Edwin Snow sitting on your platform today saying all those nice things about her, and he wants to play my voice from a campaign time against Joe Walker. And Edwin Snow, who is a political chameleon that jumps from place to place. And Edwin Snow, who married to Charles Taylor's daughter and turned around and accused Charles Taylor's ex-wife of planning to kill him. And Edwin Snow, who was against George WEAH through all and said WEAH were not fit to be president in 2017, but today is WEAH's best buddy. And Edwin Snow, oh come on, Stanton, man, you don't know Edwin Snow. Welcome to Liberian politics, my brother Stanton. And Edwin Snow, who went on OKFM and cried, crocodile tears, that he regrets the role he played in bringing one of the worst concessions to Liberia APM terminals. And Edwin Snow, who said when he went to the port of Tema, he cried because he saw what APM terminal does there versus what APM terminal does in Liberia. And the same Edwin Snow who distributed the 300 iPads to lawmakers and the bribes to dole out the APM terminals deal. Are you kidding me? Edwin Snow, you and I don't stand on the same pedestal.
Who presided over the Senate when the APM terminal deal was passed?
In your life is all different government. You and I don't stand on the same pedestal. Everybody knows you, and that's why your words carry no weight. You left from District 6 and went to an impoverished bombing county to become representative there. A political chameleon like you, a sleazy fella. All you do,
who presided over the Senate when the APM terminal deal was passed?
Costa, Edwin Snow is asking you a question. Honorable Snow, go ahead.
Who presided over the Senate, the APNG dogma? Who presided over the Senate when it was passed? Who signed it?
Baka never have voting right. The Constitution is very clear.
You were dividing the money, the blind money.
Yeah, you can understand that. And you even admitted publicly on that.
Stanton.
Participated in it.
All right, so I believe anybody have questions for Costa before I beg you, Honorable Snow. Anybody have a question for Costa because he will believe it. Thank you very much, Pedro. And you got questions?
If President wants to see you burning a check.
I'm going to burn a check.
I'm burning a like this. No more sedition again.
Let me tell you.
No more sedition. We'll tell you. No more sedition. Today, no more sedition. No more sedition in the country. Can come for the land? We stop for no more sedition. That was not me. I got more than 400 men. People that work here, that's their work. So keep it over there in one data. Keep it waiting for that. Waiting for that. Yeah. Waiting for that.
But development come with pins, though.
Development come with pins. No.
Not way.
But I develop it.
We are business.
But I can't call it one else when I can.
This WEAH District, Lofa County. I am standing before the fence, a property that is owned by our former Vice President, Joseph Newman Barkat. Often people politically criticize the old man for not having a single kitchen in his hometown. So I got there yesterday and I was told this is his compound. He owned this compound. It is being rented out to the Samaritan Pulse. They are the one leasing this property. It's a very big compound. I'm not able to go around the fence, but I just want you to see for the front. And I was also told that he got a building, a school that he himself erected. The school is nearby, so we're also going to walk there, at least see what Joe Baca has in Lofa County. So next time, don't be told. So this is the school compound that was built by our former Vice President, Joseph Newman Bakai. You can see his name on it. This is the auditorium of the school, right? So it's a very big compound. We're going to go in, at least take a look at the buildings that are there, the school buildings. Let's go.
Go right down.
So this is the compound. Here's the auditorium.
But there's a straw that breaks the camel's back. You use WEAH to disgrace me, but you will pay for it. Okay, listen, this is a text from the Vice President of Liberia, former Vice President. You use WEAH to disgrace me, but you will pay for it. I was shocked.
Well, let me see that.
I said, Uncle Joe, is this text really intended for me? What did I do? They say you set me up. So because the president had gone up to have a press conference and explain everything he had done for this vice president, and the vice president supporting the protest, he's not blaming me for it. So you go up, go up.
No, but wait, let read it for what he said. So Edwin, you always say I don't trust you. Now you have drawn the straw that broke the camel's back. You use WEAH to disgrace us, but you will pay for this. Wow.
Now, the first thing I did now,
what did I do? He said you set me up.
So go up.
Edwin, can I move on, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just let me know which one is the second one. Is this it?
Go. We can't do that one yet. Come back down. Go back. No, instead I'm saying more than that.
Yeah, we're bringing it up. I just want you to tell me.
Okay, good. Right there. So
okay.
I asked him.
No, that's one you responding to.
Yeah, but go back.
But go ahead. Read what we have. Read what you have.
Which one?
No, but you can read them all out.
That's how the message came, all right?
Okay.
I was in his yard during the interview means I supported his comments towards you.
Exactly. That's the second one.
Extremely sad and most unfortunately, may God judge all of our actions, compliments of the season, Uncle Joe. So that Uncle Joe talking, God might judge all of you.
No, that me. I come in.
No, that Edwin Silo.
Oh, that you talking.
How did I set you up? Uncle Joe, the president spoke of the vehicles he gave you. He spoke about your medical bills he underwrote. He spoke of other things he had done for you and, of course, his assistance towards grandma's funeral. Other than grandma's funeral was our part of any of the other interventions he made.
Wow.
You done?
Yeah.
Wow. Everything the president did for this man. Wow.
Go ahead, read this one now.
Hi, Edwin. I did not know Mr. WEAH's contribution to my mother-in-law's funeral was to have become a social media issue. And you know the road was never done. Okay, and he said, good afternoon, Uncle Joe. I was with the president doing the interview, and I was really troubled that a good relationship you both shared was challenged. I can only hope and pray we don't allow it to get any worse. Compliments of the season. Yeah, okay. Hi, okay, this one. Okay. Hi, Eddie. I hear you are in town.
No. You gotta go back up. Read the first one.
No.
That's no.
Yeah.
So I come back to him now. The president had a press conference. The president explained what he wanted to explain. And now the old man is holding me responsible for it and telling me I will pay for it. So I said, look, the good relationship you both have, if you both share, I'm disappointed or I'm troubled that it's being challenged. He come back and say, I set him up, which I did not do. And that's why I'm seeing this publicly. So even Mr. WEAH or his supporters will know that I never one day went to Mr. WEAH's house to discuss the vice president. Never did I ever do that. He's blaming me for this. Then he comes back. After a while, when Mr. Costa and others now say they will raise the money and they will do this, they will do that, then he sent me a message now. They said, oh, there's a message on the screen now. I should go and collect the 2005 to go and give it back to WEAH. I think I said, I'm not a conveyor. I don't even know you get that money back to Costa then, though. But
Hi, Eddie. I hear you're in town. You know, I was not an appeal from me for Costa and others to raise money to restitute the 2,500 contributed towards my mother-in-law's funeral. For me, it was an act to honor my dignity. I'm told they contacted you and you said you can only receive. Oh man. But my question to you is, Senator Snow, why you think the vice president would just come out and just say you setting up? Why you think he just accused you?
Well, you gotta finish reading it. Read the last one on Tuman and George. That's the last one. Read it.
Yeah. Your reaction towards me in this situation has been most unfortunate, but in time I will be vindicated. I respectfully decline to come and receive the 2,500 from you to take back to President WEAH. Please employ another means to resolve this matter if you so desire.
All right, Snow. That's it. Let me give you the chance, Snow. I want you to speak. This is very serious, and we'll bring in Amos to speak on this.
You know, that was one of the most troubling moments for me. The vice president, when I decided to support him at the time, there were people I was very close to in a unity party that went the other way.
My friend and brother, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are.
AB, how you doing, man? Kind of coming back to 9 o'clock. I'm already tired already, even before starting. But anyway, we'll try. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Life is good.
First of all, what do you make of this shenanigan? What Edwin Snow was explaining yesterday?
Maybe the way things are playing out in our country, sometimes I just feel that there is no more dignified and decent people in our political space. I mean, regardless of what kind of problem we got with other folks in the political environment, you know, and I wish I had come to this country earlier. Probably I would go to school to become political philosopher. In the space of politics, there is no permanent friends, but we got permanent interest. But again, the individual involved in this conversation called Edwin Mervyn Snow, he's a schemer. Not only that he's a political schemer, he's a family schemer, he's a social, how do I call it? Social object schemer. I don't even want to get time for his mother being. And he will not stop it because philosophers say, I don't care how you run, you can never run ahead of your shadow. Let me put it out there. We've been in the political environment a little bit, watching our older brothers and sisters, grandma, played it out. You remember Willie Knocker's death in Liberia? It was caused by Edwin Snow. Edwin Snow. Edwin Snow took issue with Madam Salif that he could not fight. He went into a situation that he could not handle. I followed that because at least I had a little bit of opportunity working on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And the Taiwanese trade office in the Gambias was directly under our supervision at the level of Afro-Asian Affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Edwin Snow, United Nations has passed a resolution influenced by United States on the issue of one China policy, meaning Taiwan and mainland China together. So Liberia says we have been and we continue to be traditional friends to China and the United States. Whatever side they go, that's the side we going. So NTLA ratified that, but prior to that, because of United Nations Security Council sanctions on Liberia during Taylor time, Taylor could not even get to China anyway. However, he was doing business with Taiwan because Taiwanese, they got a lot of money, and when you are surrogate or compromise outcast president in Africa, you do business with them, they do business with you. So when NTLA came in under Judy Bryan, they canceled that and ratified the United Nations Security Council on one memorandum or resolution on one China policy. So that was that when Ellen became president on that wonderful day, January 16, 2006, she on the basis of our system, on the basis of our procedures and constitutional governance system, the constitution got automatically restored after civil war and successive transitional government under our emergency system of our constitution and governance process. So when Edwin Snow became speaker, the first thing he wanted to do, he wanted to extract money from the Taiwanese people. He dispatched his surrogates from the quote-unquote independent CDC bloc at the House of Representatives to the Gambia to get involved with diplomatic proceeding that is not allotted to the legislative branch of government. Foreign affairs is strictly presidency on the basis of our Constitution, 1986. So that where Edwin Snow leadership in the House, 2006, and Madam Celine had problem. It was a power fight. So long story short, the members of the House of Representatives got divided into two factions. The senators were still sitting there, but whenever there was some situation of all of them having a joint session, it was difficult. Long story short, Edwin Snow got booted out because Madam Salih behind the scene, the few other guys, including former Honorable Kamara, Vafuli Kamara of Lofa County, Kolahun District, was on that delegation because he was committee chair, I think co-chair on judiciary. So he was part of that committee that went to the Gambia on the fight funding, and they brought report to plenary, and executive also got a share of that report. At the end of the day, they took out Edwin Snow. The only thing Edwin Snow could do now was to use Madia White, who was Edwin Snow, I think, girlfriend or fiancé or another woman that he married to after Charles Taylor's daughter. So Madia White happened to be so stupid enough, you know, something that the late Wole Knockers did ever since growing up. Bono, Wole Knocker had two women at the same time having sex with. My people gotta explain the story. Maybe some of you see the picture. That is same guy there. Edwin Snow's allegation was his father-in-law or uncle-in-law, whatever relationship that was, Wole Knocker had the power as chief of staff, the same kind of position former minister Nathaniel Magee, chief of staff to the president of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Salih at the time. Wole Knocker was Madam Salih, chief of staff, minister of state for presidential affairs. Wole Knocker was sitting right there. Edwin Snow said Wole Knocker had sufficient rapport and sufficient authority, sufficient power to have stopped Madam Salih from fighting him to get his speaker position out. So since Wole Knocker did not help him, he would expose Wole Knocker, and he, Edwin Snow, used Madia White, and they published that picture. Wole Knocker publicly brought his family, including his wife and children, at the Minister of Foreign Affairs to apologize to Liberians and the women of Liberia and the world. Luckily, at that moment, Madam Salih was out, attending to some regional function. And in addition to that, Wole Knocker, as a Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, was also acting president in consultation with Joseph Boakai, who was the then vice president, because that's how our system works. So upon return of Madam Salih to the country, Wole Knocker resigned from his power with tears. That kind of disgrace Edwin Snow brought upon that man's life. 1 week later, on a private story, private business. You know, AB, before I came to America, I used to buy oil Toboggi oil, palm oil, and send it through Transgruber. And Wole Noko was the owner of Transgruber. I felt so sorry for that old man. I have taken my oil to Transgruber. Before then, other people used to be there. I met that old man sitting up behind the desk to receive my oil, and he was there receiving other oil. I mean, that was not a bad idea, but he was so depressed. He was so depressed. He didn't even have his own spirit with him. Reluctantly, he collected the 4 to 5 tin of oil, collected the money, and gave me receipt. Few weeks later, Wole Noko went to Ghana and died because of that kind of level. In few weeks' time, Aaron Snow divorced that woman. He divorced my dear wife. This man is so opportunist. He's always seeking gravy. That is who Wole Noko, not Wole Noko, excuse me. That is who Aaron Snow is. But again, this is another issue. In Liberia, maybe because of ignorance, because of poverty, because of lack of awareness, because of lack of education, our people don't even know good people. The man is not a decent man. He's not a decent man. According to media report, the current chief justice that the wife of this man. That the wife of this man. Is it? This man always follow people that can make him to get closer to the power.
Who the current chief justice?
The current, is it the current chief justice? One of the justices on the Supreme Court bench. That's the new wife of Aaron Snow. One of them. I don't know the exact one. I need to do that research. One of them. One of them. Okay?
I didn't need to do your research.
Let me tell you something. Aki and Bobo's story here. You see WEAH? You see Aaron Snow? You see Musa Belede? They can't move from behind each other. These people are me and myself. That the theory they're working with. Aaron Snow is indecent. You cannot trust him. I don't even know what people like Joe Biden should even be bringing people like Aaron Snow closer to them. Aaron Snow will not leave political power until he passes away. He will not leave political power because that's the only place he can function. This man was ordinary driver to Sierra Island doing an MPFL day. Doing the MPFL day. He became APRC managing director. Every single gallon of oil that enter our country, Aaron Snow and Chartered don't know how to cut them.
Somebody saying that the current chief justice.
Okay, I told you, he can't leave. He can't leave the corridor. And some of these women too, I don't even know what's wrong with them, but again, that's why it is. One woman leave one man today, they go to another man. Another man leave one woman today, they go to another woman. But people like Aaron Snow, my brother, people like Aaron Snow should not even be around the corridor of power. Tell Ellen James Selena. This is a woman that staged agitation from one government to another, from one president to another, and she's the one having problem with Joseph Boakai today. Can you imagine? There is all of foolish woman sitting over there, call herself doctor, talking about Joseph Boakai F, call herself Richardson. Your family caused trouble for our country for increasing rice price. I don't know why the ANC people and the other little girl, I don't even pay no mind to her because she is living with Alexander Cummings. Cummings sent her to school in Liberia and sent her to school in America. Her boyfriend working for Cummings. What do you expect Yakula to say? What do you expect them to say? But they politics here, we got to have small sanity. We got to have small hygiene. And you will sit down over there and talk to your grandpa like that. And you will sit down over there, you consider yourself a decent woman, educated, somebody who is teaching philosophy, not philosophy, psychology in a classroom in America. You know very well, people's head is private. Richardson, do you know what? You need to go back in your closet and re-examine yourself and to think who you want to talk about. Their politics here should be about the issues. You say you went to Liberia, you sat with Joseph Boakai, he's so calm, he's so humble, but Cummings is not finding a way out. So you're angry. And Joseph Boakai, he tell Kumis not to understand the politics. Our politics in Liberia is domestic. But AB, let me put that one side. Let's get to the real issue.
Yeah, let's get to
the real issue tonight, I almost said this morning. My people, yourself, within the time, they make me out here. This is I just sleeping time, okay? But not easy, we got to talk it. George Weah grabbed 1.5 million that put in his pocket. He and his criminal cartel members, some of them, including Eugene Nabwe with the gray hair baby, they are out there. They are in Dubai right now watching football game. They are out for 7 to 8 weeks. Liberian people, you wake up, you open your ears. Jowiah is out there on private plane. He's going to come to America, but he reach here. They play part that neutral ground here will protest. We will protest. Jowiah left Liberia unceremoniously. They didn't even tell nobody until he left before we got to know, because they make a private plane and our tax dollar pay for it. Our tax dollar pay for it. So y'all got to call tonight and let us know what you're doing in Liberia. You need to wake up. The man is running the country. I don't know how to describe it. You're going to jail to watch football game. That's all you're going to do.
No.
So you know what, AB, before we get right there, some of our cumulative members here in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and all of y'all around this country, tomorrow that voting day in America. If you are eligible to vote, I'm calling on you, on all of us, to go out and vote. For our time here in North Dakota, the pool will open at 7 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m. North Dakota time. Pennsylvania people, New York people, the East Coast, 7 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. Me, I'm voting for Democrat. Okay? I'm voting for Democrat. And for those of us in Grand Forks, let's please vote for our neighbors. I got a card here. Let's vote for the blue team. This is a blue team. Y'all see a Google. This is a blue team. Those of you who don't have ride here in Grand Forks, call me tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. our local time. I will come and pick you up if you're listening to me. I will come and pick you up. We go vote. We got to vote. Plenty of things at stake. At state level, at federal level. We're going to be voting for local officials and federal officials. North Dakota got one representative to go to Congress. They call him Kelly Ashton. I'm going to vote for that man. I'm going to vote for Democratic leaders. Okay? The 2 senators are also from Republican. You all know that Republican state here. But at state level, at least we got these 3 people here at state level. They're already incumbent. They are running for re-election at state level, and there are a lot of things here. If you care about child care, you care about income tax at state level, you care about your children education, these are local stuff. At federal level, if you care about immigration, you better go vote. If you care about taxes, you better go. If you care about student loan, if you care about minimum wage to live from $7.25 to go up, you better go vote for Democrats. Because they already told what they're going to do and they started doing it. Those of you that got a little bit of more money in income tax, February, March, April, because of Democratic bills, we got to reward them with good votes. We got to step out there and vote. For Grand Forks, our neighbor here, we got Jonas Bake. For the Senate State House, we got Zach Astat, representative. Then we got Mary Adams. Tomorrow, you don't have a car, you don't have a ride, give me a call on 267-648-8012. 701-330-4693. All right, I say my own yo. Y'all get your Liberian story on yo. Me my own, I say it clear. Nobody can stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do in Liberia. I will do it, yeah, because I'm sitting right here in my comfort zone, even though I'm sweating. Okay? So that's it, that's it. Y'all call me tomorrow, I will pick it up to go vote. It'll be back to you.
You know, for me, I kind of sour with President WEAH a little bit. I kind of sour with President WEAH because this is the guy that never promised the Liberian people nothing. This is a guy that never went for debate. This that my first time to see a presidential candidate run away from debate. This is a guy that have not speak to the Liberian people since he get into office. So the man Nicodemus left the country, but he left Musa Day in charge. He left Musa Day in charge. I will say I blame the military. I blame the military. Why up to now the military cannot be able to seize power? I blame the military. Because the military are sitting and they are looking at what this idiot is doing. The military is looking at what this idiot is doing to our people. The military is sitting and looking at it. The military is sitting and looking at this man continue to bring sufferings on our citizens. And the military are looking at it. This is a guy that he hardly paid the civil servants. Civil servants now have not taken pay for 3 months. But this idiot take $1.5 million to go enjoy himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't blame him. I blame the Liberian people. You hear Josh Biden just saying in New York here the last time that he never did nothing for the Liberian people. He never did nothing and they voted for me. He never did nothing and the people voted for you. What about when you do small thing? It's the Liberian people our problems. Some of our brothers and sisters, they are our problems. Now, this guy, do you know that since the rest issue happens, Josh Biden, we have now, look at, for God in heaven, sir, I just playing a clip for you for a few minutes.
President human rights, no rights. 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 No man, no rights. No man, no rights. President human no rights. No rights. President human rights.
You see that's gonna man.
Oh, lady, yeah.
Judge man, we look. Before some people go to hell, before some people die, they are suffering of the stuff from here. Josh, man, you know how many people are dying in the very hospital that they cannot get good medical health care. Our brothers and sisters, then they are dying. They are dying. Pregnant women. The other woman called me the last time crying on the phone. And then people are rejoicing and say the country is sweet. The country is sweet. Liberia is getting better.
Is the best president ever. That's what they say.
I don't blame them because they get the realism theory. But one thing I can assure all the Liberian people, if you know that these elections that come in 2023, if you know that George WEAH is doing pretty much well, voting to power. Look, first, go are those days where you and myself will come and sit down here and be chanting for our brothers and sisters. Guns are those days. Let our brothers and sisters there be able to manage for themselves. I blame them. That Josh Weah never went for debate. That is the reason the guy is operating like Bobo. That is the reason why Josh Weah is operating like Bobo. There's somebody who does not talk. Then when he got, it's like the man is using medicine on the Liberian people. When they either go to his church, he go there to preach, but to come to the executive mansion, to come to host press conference, that's the one you want. But you want to go Sunday to the church to go to preach there.
But ABO, you just said, George Weah said in New York, he didn't do nothing. LeBron voted for him. Now he become president, do small things, so that one, forget it. At least that's a small promise. George Weah told all he's not going to be a speaker, right? He's going to make quality decisions, but he's not going to deliver quality speeches. So, we get it. We get it. But even the one he promised
So you should remain Bobo. So you should remain Bobo until your first standing finish.
But the one he promised, he's not even doing it. How can he deliver on what he didn't promise? The man say he will make quality decision. He's not making quality decision. He's not even making quality judgment. He has no understanding of any thematic areas of our system, our country. AB, as ugly as the country was under Charles Taylor, country under attack, I never see, look, I did not see any irresponsible behavior on the part of Charles Taylor equal to this guy. And this is the area where I agree with Ambassador Boakai. We, especially the young people, even though some are not young, but we minus 14 from our age because of war. Ambassador Boakai said we took man's job and gave it to a boy.
I'm telling you, right?
And this, and you know, there are even some boys who are even better than, who made better decisions, like more than George Weah. Look at that 6th grade little girl tape that you played the last time. That little girl understands exactly what George Weah is doing. He's not able to job.
Look, George Solo said, this idiot, you cannot leave him for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, the man will get missing, you know, in real thinking. Darren Dillon said the man thinking capacity is less than 2 megabytes. How can you be president? How can you be president in the midst of crisis and you get out and go for 7 to 8 weeks on a private jet? AB, Legends, corruption house.
Corruption King Kong.
Sanction, and they're not even sanction, excuse me. Census, for example, population. To count all of our people. It's a constitutional mandate. This 2023 election pending, not even supposed to go on without that population counting.
Where our legends
because, yeah, National Election Commission is supposed to do redistricting as a result of census result. Even though we are late, we are behind. In the midst of all of that, government of Liberia own money they put it through budget, and our international donors' money. The people have stolen all the money. Those who are there, Joshua cannot say anything.
Now go to the phone.
OLACC came out with indictment that dissolved the OLACC. Okay? You got the issue of pay. Civil servants not getting paid. Just so many protests and demonstrations in the country. People getting missing. Somebody told me behind the scene there are 3-year-old guy missing. And the president get up and travel for 7 to 8 weeks to 1.5 million, including to watch his son play football.
Now go to the phone line. Cora, what is her name and where are you calling from?
It's a shame.
Hello, my name is Albert Johnson. I'm calling from Westchester County.
Albert, go ahead.
You know, when I listen to you, you say the only place the man can go to, the only place this man talk is in his church. That's the only place he feel comfortable to speak.
Then it makes me speaking confidently.
You know why? Because the people, they are all praise singers. So somebody go there to seek help. So he goes there. That's the place he go, and he feels comfortable to make confusion. He does not go there to preach. He go there to pick at those that are criticizing him. And you know, like I said the last time to you on your show, we Liberians, I'm saying we because the majority brought this upon us. But like he said in New York, I did not do anything. They put me president with what I have done. They tell me 2023 I will win. Because our youth are the problem for us in our country. And I hope they are seeing and feeling what is happening. It is our hope and prayer that 2023 they will make the necessary changes to get George Weah out. You know, this guy, he has a donkey attitude. He has a donkey attitude. You imagine that there is crisis, full crisis, rest crisis
in a country.
The man did not have that resolve. He did not put any mechanism into place. He left the country for 6 weeks without any information, using taxpayer money. The judiciary, they just tried to arrest Simon 12 for not paying them for 3 months. That's fiasco. Because the government is not prioritizing anything. That is why things are going the way it is. And our brothers and sisters that are back there, maybe we have to do all we can to talk to them 2023 to get George Weah out. Because any mistake to reach that George Weah, it will be a disaster for our country. They will suffer. They will suffer a lot.
Thank
so
you.
That's just what I have to say. Thank you for taking me.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call, or you can better call on our WhatsApp number on 215-266-6509. You know, Francis, as I was saying, George Weah real. With all this corruption allegation going on, who tells you George Weah is not involved in most of the corruptions? Who told you so?
But he's involved. If you think he was not involved, he will not take action. He's involved. It's a court.
So, for me, I have come now to realize that I don't care what we talk, the Liberian people, what the Liberian men want to do, that's what they will do.
But they will feel it. But Abi, you know one thing? You remember the clip that you played? Those boys that tearing that Indo CDC t-shirt?
Yeah.
For me, my internal system is telling me almost every single day, George Weah will be one-term president.
I hope so.
George Weah is going to be one-term president. Trust me, because everything I go, even George Weah himself, everything he's supposed to do to make him one-term president, he's doing it. He's doing it. You know what it means? We are less than 1 year today to election, and you leave the country in crisis to go enjoy yourself? You think about not seeing that? Abi, I know our people there are poor, they got poverty, this and that, but guess what? Even 2017, they voted wisely when it comes to representations. They changed about 75 to 80% of majority of the representatives. They didn't come back to the house. And all we got to tell them, we just give them the way out. Education, this awareness, everybody might not be on because they don't even have the opportunity to have smartphone. Now the government came again, just they feed it through LTA, Liberia Telecommunication Authority. They reduced the amount of data they were giving folks. They increased the money, and they put restriction on it. If you don't use it at a certain time, it's gone. Lose our orange will take it. How can you be doing that? Election year, almost election year. How can you be doing that? October 10th is election day.
Can
you imagine?
The Liberian people, me, I don't trust them until when they can show.
Even though I don't trust, but this one year, WEAH men will be one thing. They men will be like Donald Trump. Trust me. Many people, you know why? Something I said to somebody last time. The debate between Donald Trump and Clinton and knowing everything we knew in America, including the pool. Donald Trump did not even expect himself to win the election. But he won because America has 2 electoral systems. Donald Trump did not win the popular vote. Majority of the people did not vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah, we know.
However, Donald Trump won the electoral college vote. That got Donald Trump super arrogant. When it came to the one, he was sure of winning because he been in power already almost 4 years. Okay? He was super sure. And then the team flipped. Up to now, Donald Trump can't recover. That's how Joe we are going to be. Just we are letting him keep saying what he's telling us. That he didn't do shit, and we gave it to him. Now he become president. He bought private jet on our back. He's stealing our money. He got over 100 plus homes in Liberia and outside Liberia. That's his story there. We will vote him out, and we will follow him. We will use the court system. We will confiscate what is due to Liberia. That's what we do to him. But ABB, do we have a caller?
No, we don't have a caller.
I just want to acknowledge one of our followers that sent some donation to Eric Johnson, but he preferred he need not to be called. So our brother in Atlanta, Georgia, America, he donated $100 last week. We want to say on behalf of our platform and on behalf of Eric Johnson, thank you very much. Let God replace where you took that $100 from. Eric received it. He tried to figure it out from me. How can he tell you thank you? So this is the way we're saying it, because this is what you recommended behind the scene with you. So we want to say thank you plenty. Let God bless you more, and let God give you plenty again. So thank you. That is that. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be back to you.
You know, Liberian people. To you, which are the African country? Which one of the African country in modern time have made the pronouncement that Liberians have always made? We were the one that said you came on my, you came apart, I will vote for you. Jatra read the hair out of Liberian people. Then Ellen came. Then a king, you know, boy, you not know, boy, will vote for you.
And they finally did it.
This is a guy that never went for debate. Not a single debate. But you know what? For me, I'm not suffering. My people are not in Liberia. So you're lucky, you can vote for him.
No, they're not going to vote for him. AB, you know what?
Look.
We don't. I cannot think of any country on planet Earth that have done what we did, or what we are even still doing. For example, right in Sierra Leone, every responsible adult that participated in the civil war in Liberia, none of them living anymore. They're all gone, and they didn't kill them. Just the process of that war crime court in Sierra Leone. Just the process of that, some of them died. In fact, Johnny Paul Kroma, my Sierra Leone brother told me he got missing, and since that time they don't know his whereabouts. Probably he went in the forest and just died. But Liberia say no, we will give you big jobs. But you know why? We are learning. Because when we say you came my mind, you came my part, I will vote for you, and we did. 1 year later, we saw those mortars coming, right? We went back to Uncle Sam and said, Uncle Sam can't help us, right? But we know what's up. So many people got amputated. We will learn it the hard way, AB. Liberian people will change. They're not going to be overnight, but Liberian people will change.
All right.
But this level of insanity, presidential insanity, my entire adult life, I've never seen any president behave like Joshua.
But for
this
me
man
to
is
see,
so irresponsible.
For me to
He's
see
so
a
irresponsible, and I can't just stand.
Not as a sickness where in African presidents, but the highest that they can go for, 1 week.
But you know they make the defense minister a long way.
But I'm telling you.
And left the justice minister in charge.
But I'm telling you. What? And you see someone is stupid now can be talking?
Abi, on the basis of our system, right? Our political system, the justice minister in Liberia is the most powerful minister in the entire government.
In the entire cabinet.
The entire cabinet, the justice minister is the most powerful person. And let me tell you what happened. If the president commit a crime in the real good country, not like this, banana republic we call Liberia today, in the real setting, if the president misbehave, the justice minister represent the state in court to prosecute the president. If the army general misbehave for any reason, the justice minister represent the government in court to prosecute that army general. It can be chief of staff, it can be defense minister, it can be anything. Now, beside the AFL, all of the security apparatus, including the Triple S or EPS, the presidential bodyguard, they fall under the Minister of Justice. Immigration fall under the Minister of Justice. And how they call the other group? EPS. DEA fall under the Minister of Justice.
EPS.
I already call EPS. Joint Security, that is military police and other police, they fall under Minister of Justice. NSA fall under Minister of Justice. All of the other security apparatus that you know about in Liberia, they all fall under the Minister of Justice, beside the AFL. How can you leave that kind of powerful man in charge of the government and the people can't take over? My man, Jesus Christ, who? Maybe I come from Lover County, they give them out to take it. With that kind of foolish man, he live in the country for 7 to 8 weeks. Maybe he gave me the opportunity, they may not president no more. Me, a different Lover County man. And you know what?
I'm telling you, the best thing to do to release, to dissolve the entire national legislature, to dissolve the entire Supreme Court or what can I call, to dissolve them automatically.
And go to transitional government.
Go to transitional government. And tell the ECOWAS people that you are in power.
Yeah.
And 30 years, as soon as you put a foot on the soil, then you be arrested.
That man will put forward there, he will find different place to go to France and stay there. Take it by force. Me a different Lover County man, take it by force. Just say minister that powerful like that. You leave them, then you take the defense minister away. Then a chief of staff, Mr. Joseph Minister will take the country, you go to Supreme Court. Commercial. I mean, politics, look, you know what? I do or die. Because when you get it, don't add a crumper. Don't do it. Don't add a crumper. You get it. Anybody want to try anything, you silent, then you sit down, and because we know ECOWAS going to come. They're not coming force you. They're going to tell you, my man, you got to go to democratic rule. Okay, y'all give me 3 years. We already know the standard at 2 years, but we'll call for 3 years. We'll call for 3 years. We'll go up and down. We're setting our government, everything. And the begin in Guinea, and finally they agree now.
The man in Guinea, the man is prosecuting the daddies.
Yep.
The man is saying that the former president Alpha Condé should be prosecuted. Alpha Condé should go to court.
Yeah, that's why he should live and face the consequences of what he did. You gotta be here accountable for your stewardship. Yep. You gotta be here accountable for your stewardship. They make the defense minister, the deputy defense minister in Liberia, plus the chief of staff. Then Joseph Minister acting in consultation with Joy Howard Taylor, another rebel. But man, the whole country just appear like they ain't got no good people there again. Because we don't reward good people. People there like Joy Howard Taylor, people there like Prince Johnson, People that like Edwin Snow in the real decent country should not even come closer to the corridor of power. When I hear, when I hear Edwin Snow on the TV, on spoon tall like his kind of, he has no authority. He has no integrity. He's not even decent. This is a man that follows from one woman to another,
As I learned, the man is knocking it. The chief just sit down.
No, but wait now. I man hold you now. The man don't go for any small potato. Every single Becker red that entered the country during Charles Taylor time, Edwin Snow and his family have 50 cents on it. That's how he got money.
Keep your call coming out on 215.
Like that? How can people like that?
Keep your call coming out on 215.
Political corridor like that.
824-8124. Or keep your call coming out.
And they get away with it.
On 267-938-2801. That is the number to call to be part of the Magnificent Abracadabra True. And keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call. Or you can better call on our WhatsApp number on 215-266-6509. That is the number to call. For me, I am pretty much sure that this election are coming. Josh Manawia will learn lesson.
I'm positive. Don't learn it. By force. Get Donald Trump. AB, watch my word. You see up to now Donald Trump fighting, and he's not going to survive it. Right now, federal government fighting him. Georgia is investigating him. New York is investigating him.
We have a caller here. A caller on the WhatsApp line. Caller, what is her name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yeah, you are live.
Yes, anyway, I'm calling from Dubai.
Go ahead.
I'm Tatas.
Tatas,
yeah, brother, the problem today with our countries is our people in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything you talk on the radio, the poor people in Liberia will still vote for the CDC party.
Oh, really?
Anything we do, these people will still vote for it because these people are believe in suffering, they are blind, and they refuse to open their eyes.
But let people suffer now.
Yeah, so we are talking to them, we are educating them, we are sweat and send our money to them, but they stay voting for these people. They stay voting and they stay now ready to learn. When you see a poor man telling you, say, Georgia will be in power for 24 years, and you should know that. We are not ready yet. Yeah.
24-year island to your age, you ain't going to be prepared.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, brother.
Thank you, Tatas.
Trying for us.
Hello?
Yeah, Cora, what is the name and where are you calling out from?
I'm Sando Gobert, calling from Washington, Seattle.
Sando, go ahead.
Yeah, thank guys for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really, I really been thinking about something I don't understand. I want everyone to show, and you, the host of the show, to help me put this together.
What's that?
Okay, it's this. One thing here is that, the Southeastern, I found out that they don't like UP to succeed, but they like adding. Because what I would say this for is that, it's Eddie smart. They said they don't like adding. They can't vote for Eddie, vote for WEAH. But then Eddie came out and added alligator, the bag of alligator, everybody knows is chronic and something. Then Eddie went and swapped under the water and turned upside down and show her better do the catfish. Eddie support WEAH. And the people from the South, he support WEAH. They don't like Charles Taylor, but Joel Taylor with Charles Taylor, Prince Johnson with Joel Taylor with WEAH, Prince Johnson with WEAH, and the Southeastern people follow them. So what it confused me. I said, what wrong with the people? Are they got common sense?
And just imagine everywhere all those people link, where they link, and they both say they like that, they all link there. So what they using? Any turn around, she load a crocodile, turn around, or load a hog, a chicken, an eagle, turn to hog, call itself a dog hog, a eagle fellow, a poor hog fellow on it, and look like and she's something. Then they all went there. They supported Ellie. They know where Ellie supported WEAH. And they said they didn't let Ellie, but they all support WEAH. So if they had said, they would say no, but then send this lady and Ellie, you do this for her to be covered by WEAH, and WEAH take it back to her own people and cover Ellie when Ellie is not in favor of the people. So what it shows to me, I mean, you guys over there will help me put it together. Okay. So I've been thinking, I said, there's no stupidity. Okay. You see, it looks like stupidity because Prince Johnson, they said they let Prince Johnson link with WEAH. Joel Taylor, which is Charles Taylor, we heard recently Corporal, when they had a convention at the City Hall, Taylor was in the head telling his wife or you and MPFL to join WEAH, and they all the people from the Eastern, the Southeastern went there. So what are they telling us? And Joseph Boakai, who is not part of the game, they fail to support him. So are they what?
All right. So let me have our caller, right? Let me.
Thank you, my brother. At least you can try to analyze this and always some auto.
Go ahead.
Yeah, AB. The caller is right. It's not only stability. Let me add it there. It's not only stability. Majority of Southeastern, they got mud in their brain. They got mud in their brain. And some of them, they continue to rely on the issue of war days. And they stay thinking that Prince Johnson, they are the same. But Prince Johnson is actually riding on their ignorance, on their quote-unquote war day psychology. And that's what they are riding on. Maybe that is simple. MPFL King, based on African history, was the most fastest rebel movement that captured the president and assassinated him on camera and mutilated the president on camera, headed by Charles Taylor, co-headed by Prince Johnson, who actually captured Samuel Kenyan Doe. This is mud in their brain. Okay. The WEAH man accused Charles Taylor of wanting to kill him prior to Charles Taylor resigning and going to exile, and prior to Joshua retiring from football field. You remember our last king or that qualifying series? And what WEAH said that Charles Taylor wanted to kill him until Charles Taylor can leave the country, he will never go back to Liberia. But what happened? When Joshua returned to Liberia, 2005, majority seditions, majority from the NPP joined the CDC, 2005. Okay? Small number of them did not join CDC, including Cyril Allen. They went to Ellen Johnson, said it's sad that the same recycle, vicious cycle, bad people. They continue to recycle themselves and they portray different things, but they're the same people, and the people got much in their brain, they don't understand it. Some of them say they're using juju, African juju. That's what they're using to fool the people. But how many times and how long are these people going to continue to use African juju on you? You don't have common sense? Okay, we'll let it go. 2011, where did Joshua go? Joshua went to NDPL. Joshua went to NDPL, the late Doe party. Winston Thurman also went there. After they said the thing was between the Congo people and the Native people, how can Congo men go by Native men party? And the other Native men go join the Congo men to be running mate. Okay? They didn't win. 2017, the whole NPP hierarchy, they vexed with another member, which was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They vexed with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They also vexed with the Unity Party, This time around, we do all that shit. Hella by Sierra Island. They went into coalition with the same CDC people, George WEAH party. Joy Howard Taylor. This is the wife of the man that you accuse of wanting to kill you. Now you go into marriage relationship with her. Because why? All of them are just army and myself people. They want it for themselves, so they portray something and they go and get the people vote. This woman, husband, live in Banga Bon County. The only development that county got was to train their children and give them M16 and call them demon forces. There's the same pair of people went and voted for Joy Howard Taylor as their senator. All the good people that were in that race, they didn't vote for them.
We have our last call. Quarter, what is
yeah,
the name?
Yeah, Abby, this is Paul. How are you? I call from Rhode Island.
We'll get another caller here. Actually, Abby, let's give the caller after that, please.
Yeah, I'm fine. So I want to give my contribution, but your man still talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Francis. Okay, so first of all, I firstly want to say it's a disservice if you guys refer to this Easterner as people who don't have common sense, and I take exception to that. I think you guys should be quantifying than generalizing. I would rather you guys say some of them.
No, don't say you guys. Say Francis. Say Francis.
No, you take responsibility, because anything Francis does or on the show, that's the show. That's the Abraka show. Abraka takes responsibility. Don't run away from that.
Basically,
Francis may be somehow correct, but he has to quantify. And generalizing.
Okay.
Because I'm here from the southeast, but I do not support the rubbish and attitude of George WEAH.
Okay.
And many Southeasterners do not support. I agree. Most of them when they voted him during the 2017 election, but they voted him based on sentiment, on the fact that he's a man from the Southeast, a Grand Crew man, and this is our own, basically on the regional dimension of our body politics. But they didn't vote on the basis of what he is capable of doing, but based on sentiment. And I frowned against that. I supported JMB 2017. I campaigned, I invested my resources into the process, and I still stand with JMB, and I believe he is the best candidate that can deliver this country. However, the fact that the president and his entourage went on jolly, I will put it that way, because it is I have never, since I became mature and understand global politics or looking at globalization, I haven't seen a president whose country is in crisis economically to have left the country for 4 weeks or more, or 7 weeks or more. Only President WEAH had done that. And I will say, I do not blame President WEAH. I blame the spineless legislatures. The reason for this, President WEAH, is his action is a punishable offense.
It's an affront.
Yeah, his action is tantamount to impeachment. If we have a decent, responsible, law-abiding lawmakers at this time, President WEAH bill of impeachment will be on the floor.
Thank you.
Okay? Now, you can have your citizen in a difficult situation trying to see how they can struggle and find their way through surviving in the kind of stringent, economic activity, and then you have not paid them for 3, 4, 5 months, and then you go in with 1.5 million just for 7 or 8 weeks to flex, and your entourage, your team is about 30 or more person. Now, the reason why President WEAH had not been giving a system by responsible government is just simple. Whenever President Weah goes out there, no sound business person or a president whose taxpayer money is being used for donation or to help other nations who want to take their taxpayer money, give it to a country whose president will travel with at least 50 people. That tells you the country is not, it does not need help. That tells the foreign partner that they got everything. If you can travel with a big delegation, even with who they develop a rich country, don't travel with this kind of number of people, that speaks to the fact that you are, well, strong economically. You understand me? Now,
okay.
So if he tries to lob it, people will not take it serious. You can't be a poor country.
We have another quarter.
Let me just conclude. Let me just conclude on this fact. You can't be a poor country and try to beg other people that you conspicuously spending foolishly. And lastly, let me just speak. I beg you, just a second. Let me speak on the issue of Edwin Snow. You see, Edwin Snow is a kind of person should not be giving credence to in our body politics. He's a grasshopper. He is a political grasshopper that migrates from one party to the other only when those parties are in power. He's an opportunist. So I don't dignify him. He's an irresponsible man. Nobody should give credence to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? Are you there, caller?
Yes.
All right, you are live. Your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good evening to you guys, man. I'm calling you guys from Kentucky.
All right, go right ahead.
This is Iman. I'm calling you guys from Kentucky, man. Thank you guys for the show again, man. On the issue of Edwin Snow, man, that guy, he's a trash, man. He's been in our country for long, so everything. Edwin Snow, he's the trash. You saying it? These people are just bad for this on a Sunday and the other thing in Liberia because they're all part of this market. That's the same thing the poor church we are in. So they would never go against each other. That's real in Liberia. People are saying it. But if you take the Bible and you go to the church, they just stand there to be wasting their time. That is real. The Masonic thing is real in Liberia. I want to tell you too.
Yeah, against everybody. Yep, you are right.
You saying it? It's real in Liberia. They don't let people kill people. They kill people on a cover for their power and to I'm telling you, they go to the they go other places. It's not joking thing for power business. Just in the Liberian people prayer. I don't know. What is Yankee at this time? If anybody put people in the street just for protest, I'm telling you, just we will come back to the bureau. Anybody put there, you feel like 5,000 people in the street running protest. The bureau will be free. What am I going to say? All that money, I'm going to kill the money to other countries and people starving over there. Everything you see in the videos of people dying, lifeless bodies going to this place, to the other place. What is that people doing? They're waiting. You're still waiting for election.
Yeah, they say they're waiting for election.
They're getting 3 years right now. You get all the power. Even one of your example to that destiny minister role. You're forcing to get in power. If you can't get the power, you'll keep the power for you. It's just a woman. The power is running. The people don't even know their right. I want to tell simple things with you. I think so. People gotta know their rights. They don't know their rights. They just sitting there waiting. Man, I feel bad for people, but it's hard again for you to feel bad for them because they will be. Sometimes you see people arguing when you gotta educate them on their own right. But they argue with you, they tell you, say you're sitting on the America. Ready? I said that I'm looking down. I can stay every month to Liberia.
All right, caller, can you just conclude now? We'll be leaving soon. You are actually our last caller.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Francis.
Yeah, Abby, let me just conclude on that topic because Paul already accused me on the serious note. I take back my statement, okay? But this is the way I'm going to put it. Majority of Southeasterners, especially those associated with war, including Neighbor County, which is now the Southeast, actually, they got much in their brain. They got much in their brain. For example, AB, Dr. Bole was right here in America.
Oh.
American government deported him for participating in war and other crimes in Liberia. The main cause of grand jury, they made him representative.
Oh.
Senate made Dr. Bole representative. He had never said anything I know of.
Oh.
Then why is the essence of representation? The very people you're accused of killing Samuel Kanyando, that the very people you just voted for. Dewey Howard Taylor continue to promote the theory of Charles Taylor. One interview, she said she will never change her last name because why? It is that name that is a brand name for her. And that's what she already on. The very people that killed Samuel Kanyando are the very people you all just give power to. Through George WEAH. Siri Allen is on the governor council. All the tycoons, MPF, MPP tycoons, they are all on the governing council of the CDC government. They are right there. That's why Andrew Cooper was crying wolf. He was both chair, FPRC, because he told behind George WEAH mowing. This is algorithms of the cage. You get plenty of chicken in the basket. They are there. But anytime you want to drink pepper soup, you grab one and kill it. So that's it. You still think that Prince Johnson yesterday never counted people, and you still continue to vote for Prince Johnson? The same way MPFL came with that morale, they follow our sister there. They started wearing coat suit, they started using cologne, and all the Azegele got messed up. Prince Johnson got nothing. There is no warlord in that country, including Roland Duo. All these people, they're all done. They can't do nothing to us. You don't need to be scared of them. That psychology there, you need to stop it. Ain't no medicine. It is simple psychology. The man can tell you, say, if you're not vote for me, they're coming for you again. But this is the same man, Prince Johnson, that said George WEAH squandered his money. Don't vote for him. 2017, because you were in the race. After all, this is the same man that told Joe WEAH from Morovia and carried Joe WEAH to Nimba County and got him. He said, you're the crown people that not make peace. You mean no peace, that pieces. You mean no peace. These people are bad people. You need to vote them out. They can't do nothing to you. Nothing they can do to you. Even Joe WEAH scared of Prince Johnson.
Okay.
So let us stop here tonight. We want to say, my man, I didn't even do my commercial. My man, if you give me small few seconds, please. Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting, Immigration and Financial Services. You want to do your citizenship, U.S. citizenship. You want to file for mom, your dad. You want to file for your adult children, minor children, brothers and sisters. You want to do anything with it, including parents. Give her a call. You want to file for your green card, new green card, adjustment of status or DED for Liberians. You want to do fiancé visa. You want to do affidavit of support. Our numbers are 267-648-8012, 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693. Our website is www.kangomaconsulting.com, www.kangomaconsulting.com. To close up, please get out. Tomorrow is voting day in America, local and federal election. Midterm election, please step out there and vote. If you are in the Grand Forks area, call upon me, one of these numbers, call it. I will come and pick you or to take you to nearby to vote. We need to step out there and vote for our people, all right? We want to say thank you plenty for joining us this morning. We want to tell our brother in Georgia that sent $100 for Eric Johnson to survive. We want to say thank you plenty. We want to say thank you to everybody for for joining us tonight. AB, I think it was a nice show, even the top, because we're back to back.
That's how we'll let you count to the very, very end of the Magnificent Nebraska talk show here about this time. We'll be here tomorrow evening, the same time. Don't forget, know who to vote for. You are a Democrat. Don't forget. See you when we see you.